welcome back guys to another race. And it's round number 10 today for the Italian Grand Prix in season 2 of our return to glory with McLaren. Last time out was perhaps, in my opinion, the craziest race we've had of the entire series on this entire game. So definitely go check it out because wow, I still can't believe what happened in that race. It was so wild. You had, what was it, Piastri crashing, then you had Verstappen crashing, the race leader crashing with Perez. The two of them were 1 and 2. That puts Tsunoda in the lead of the race in a Gulf Williams car. We were chasing him down. I thought we could win the race still with Lando Norris, and it was going really well. We were like, what, like 1.2 seconds behind, and then a back marker took us out. Unbelievable stuff. Yeah, wow. Yuki Tsunoda, a new F1 race winner. Crazy. We've got 18 days to the Italian Grand Prix now, so we've got some time to do some upgrades, and I think we definitely need to get some in because, you know, last race, if you minus all the crazy stuff, it may have been a difficult one for us. Lando had some good pace. Vettel, obviously, you know, just the difference in rating, had a bit of a tougher time, but I think even Lando, you know, if it wasn't for the craziness, probably would have been only knocking about for like P5 or 4, because we legitimately got overtaken by Tsunoda. So the fact that a Williams car overtook us legit, even before any of the chaos, kind of means I think we need to do some upgrading. The board checking is high though. They're very confident in us at the moment. Financial report, I think finances are good. We've still got, yeah, we're what, like over halfway through the season now. We've got 75 million, so we can definitely afford to be now doing some upgrades, and maybe even, you know, going back to our old school season 1 ways of just getting things manufactured like emergency. Last race I opted not to because I was being, you know, a penny pincher, and we actually went down to an old suspension. But now, really, if you really think about it, we've got, what, 6-7 races left. I think we can afford to really splash some cash to try and make sure this car still stays quick. But of course, you know, we've got points in the bag as well. In terms of our pit crew, yeah, we need to put it all the way to just sleeping, basically. Fatigue reduction, yeah. I mean, even some gym, yeah, a little bit of gym training maybe, but yeah, most of it's going to be fatigue reduction because they're so tired. Oh god, okay. Our car's failed inspection for a lot of things, so we need to make a new rear wing and suspension, rear wing suspension, front wing, and okay, we need to make everything. We need to literally make everything. Oh no, okay. We've got a front wing to spare. We don't have side, so we need to make rear wing, side pods, suspension. I don't have either, but I feel like we have our new one on the way, our new suspension. Yeah, we have one more coming in, don't we? So, I hope, I think. Cars, let's go back to this panel. Car development, manufacturer. Yeah, we've got that suspension on the way. So, we need to make a side pod, a new one of that. Probably 2 of those. Well, let's make 1 right now because we don't know what we're going to make in terms of a new design. And then, what was it? Rear wing. We need to make rear wing. We'll make 1 of those. That'll take 3 days. That's fine. Right, research. We're researching an underfloor. That's calm. Let's research something else. I think should we go for front wing? I feel like we haven't done a front wing in a while, and that's really important. I mean, where does our car rank? I mean, oh, wow. Look at that. We're no longer in first place for a lot of these things. Even top end speed, we're not anymore. So we absolutely need to try and rectify that. I'm going to rush through this upgrade. 25 days it'll take to design, so that'll be after the Italian Grand Prix. It is what it is. We're going to design something else. I think a rear wing to try and affect this top end speed, because I want to solve that, because I think that was a large part of why we were so strong before, is we just had really good top end speed, so we could make good overtakes actually. Right, so we're going to rush through that rear wing design as well. So we've got 3 designs on the way. We've got no engineers left, but that's fine. I wanted to, you know, put enough engineers where there's actually, you know, they're actually getting it done in time. So now we're just going to manufacture these parts. But actually, the only new part we're going to get is basically returning to our most current suspension. And if we make an emergency or we can make this in time the new underfloor. So the underfloor will be what's new for this race, and then in the next episode maybe, or the next two, it'll be front wing and rear wing, which will be very needed. Annoyingly, I maybe should have pre-planned a rear wing for Italy, but I was so focused on not breaking the cost cap this season that I maybe overcompensated. But we are 306 points ahead, to Red Bull's 184. So in the constructors, which obviously is the main thing for us being a manager game, we're looking great. So we can afford to maybe have difficult races. Obviously, just for myself playing the game, I obviously want to try and do well and have fun doing these races, and it's not fun when you just get stuck and you can't do much with the car that's not quick enough to where you want it to be. But we've got an interesting thing in the championship. Lando, obviously, big return at Spa with points, but Verstappen crashing out. But Max was looking likely to win that race. We need to watch out for Max, because he could well quickly overtake Vettel in the championship. If you really look at, if nothing goes wrong for either of them, Verstappen is clearly quicker in that Red Bull now than Vettel is in the McLaren. Right, design is done for the underfloor. So let's go ahead and manufacture that underfloor, the new one. Let's do 2 of those, 14 days. Ooh, I really hope that gets done on the day. If it doesn't, I'll be really annoyed, and we're going to have to spend extra to do an emergency one. But let's go for... That could work out pretty well, actually. So we're not even spending that much money, and the underfloor will be here in time. And we've got a new regulation vote in the emails. Here we go. F1 regulation change, sporting regulations for 2025, introducing a higher limit to the number of engines, ERS, and gearboxes that can be used in the season. So gearbox limit up to 5, ERS limit to 3, engine limit to 4. I'm all for this, because I think in this game it's very difficult to manage that. Obviously, I've done well this season swapping out parts for practice, and obviously having a shorter season helps a little bit as well. But no, I'm all for this, to be honest. And less grid penalties just means you have more of a realistic, actual, fair fight with everyone. And the votes are in, and ooh, it's going to be a majority against by only 1, I think that is. Oh no, actually no, sorry. There's 4 voting for, and then we've got 6 against. Interestingly, it's all the top teams and Haas that are voted for, and then a lot are voted against. Fair play. I guess the smaller teams can, really gain from the penalties. That's fair enough. So we'll carry on then into the Italian GP with all these different parts we need to replace built. 95% set up for Sebastian Vettel, 88 for Lando Norris, with both the 90s in terms of the overall driver preparation. Isn't too bad there, but Piastri P1 in FP3. Heavy rain, I think, also forecast for this qualifying, because there was heavy rain for most of that practice session we simulated through there. Let's just have a quick confirm. Yeah, heavy rain. We've got our dry race, though. Interesting. So I don't know, there might be a chance to do something, but let's swap these back out. All right, quali. Well, quali looks pretty bone dry now for heavy rain, so let's quickly get them out then on 2 flying laps, let's say. Let's go quickly. I think we'll get these laps in, and we'll be through into the next part. We've got 1 less soft tire for Lando Norris, which is a little bit frustrating. But to be fair, if it rains for Q2 and Q3, most of it won't really matter. Everyone had the same idea, though. Everyone is out at the same time. There's going to be... Oh, my God. How much traffic is there? Jesus. So much traffic. The AI a little bit wiser, it would seem. Maybe because of the patch with the hard difficulty. They're a little bit wiser now to the weather changes, and they're all out there. A lot of traffic, but we're P4 and 5, which is calm. Tsunoda, though, again, doing really well on the Williams. P3 as it starts to rain already, I think. Yeah, so may as well call them in. There's no point going out for this and finishing this lap. May as well come in, because they're not going to go any quicker. But yeah, Tsunoda's doing insane. 4 tenths ahead of Albon. It's very close, to be fair. 4 tenths covering from P3 to P11. Verstappen and Perez, though, once again, P1 and 2. Will they come together again? The 2 IRL Red Bull teammates obviously came together last race. Aston Martin v Red Bull. And now they're 1-2 again. Start of Q2. Again, it's dry. It's actually quite... For a heavy rain qualifying, this is a very dry qualifying, is it not? Let's do 2 laps. Send you straight out. I hope that others are maybe not thinking the same thing. Oh, God, no. Damn it. I clicked Lando send out. I didn't even change anything, so he's on 1 flying lap with a cooldown included. I mean, it might not matter. Lando goes top. Vettel behind by... Oh, God. What the hell is that? What's happened there? Also, why is he on a... Oh, Seb's on a... Okay. Okay. What's gone on there? I don't know what's happened there.
It's raining.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, understood.
Did Vettel not set a time? What's happened there? Now he's on a flyer. No, his first flying lap was just horrendous. That's what's happened there.
So this is P10.
Yeah, P10. And we're going to hope... Well, the rain's here, so hopefully we can just scrape through in P10. Jesus. Well, yeah, what happened there? I thought I messed up Lando's time. Lando's run, but it looks like I maybe messed up Vettel's. I swear I unclicked cooldown lap for him. Or maybe I thought I did that for Lando and it was for Seb. Either way, I hope we can just scrape through in P10 then, with the track wet for the rest of it. Again, Tsunoda looking unreal, splitting the two Red Bulls, you know. Absurd stuff for Yuki Tsunoda. And we are going to scrape through. We scraped through, both in the top 10 shootout. Thank God we can make up for the howler we just did there on their runs. Oh, wow. It looks even sunnier. This is a joke. It looks even sunnier than it was in Q... Oh, so much for heavy rain, eh? Right, first lap times. Lando going top. Purple, green, purple. Vettel 5/10 off. And it's already started to rain now on the second flying lap. So I don't know if he'll go any quicker. I mean, he's green first sector, yellow the second, through. And if you ride on board, you'll see the droplets of rain there. You can see the millimeters of water. I don't think it's going to be that much quicker, but hopefully it can carry him up from off the top, from bottom 10. No. No. Vettel qualifies P10.
I could reach
he's getting slower as we go on through the season. Perez P2, Tsunoda third, ahead of Ferraris and Red Bulls is mad. Track conditions damp, so I think it's going to end like this surely then, with Lando Norris on another pole position alongside Sergio Perez on the front row. On the second row, Tsunoda and Leclerc of all people. Verstappen down to P7, which is great news for us in terms of the championship for Lando. For the constructors, while Vettel, we need to get a move on a little bit in the race. Hopefully a dry race, fully dry race, will help him out a little bit. But yeah, that's disappointing. And there's no reason why he shouldn't have qualified better. You know, we've got now all new parts. We're back to the best car we've possibly got to field. So, yeah, I don't know what's gone on there. Just a bad lap. He went out first as well. He had clear track. So, strategy-wise then, I'm thinking a one-stop for Seb. I reckon we could probably do a cheeky two-stop with Lando, and I think that might be quite a fun thing to do. Be a bit aggressive, but I think with Vettel, we'll go with the one-stop. And with Lando, let's go two-stop. Yeah, screw it. Let's go two-stop. With Seb, I might actually change this, though, to hard tyres, because I know the AI, they're going to do hards, aren't they? They're definitely doing hard tyres. So, actually, can I revert that for a sec? Let me just look at how many laps. So, 25 laps on mediums. That's all right. 25 laps on mediums. So it's a 53-lap race. So, yeah.
All 10 teams are now getting set up as the drivers prepare to face the 53 laps of the Italian Grand Prix. Now I wonder, will things be going Lando Norris's way in this race?
They're on pole and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. And it's
lights out. We're underway. Lando off pole. Can he keep it? I can't tell. It's very close. He swipes across to cover the inside. Yuki Tsunoda is in P2. Tsunoda round the outside. Tsunoda might even try and take the lead. What is going on here? As of course... Oh, quite okay. There's actually quite a good mix of people that have chosen softs. Not everyone's gone hards. That's all right. So Lando stays P1, and so far Sebastian Vettel down to P11, unfortunately. But he is one of the people on hards, and he's got a lot of people on softs around him. So it's really the name of the game is to annoy everyone on softs and go long, get that track position, and then go from there, basically. But Lando, I think just pushing flat out, really. Trying to break the DRS if we can on Tsunoda, but it's going to be very difficult. That Williams, we know how slippery it is in the straight line, as Seb loses another place. down to P12 behind Esteban Ocon. Maybe we should have gone mediums. No one's gone on a medium apart from Sainz, so maybe we should have gone mediums just to, you know, cover that off a little bit and give him a bit of a fighting chance. But
Overtake button available.
we'll go neutral.
Yeah, confirm.
I'll push the fuel a little bit for a bit, but I feel like Tsunoda is going to make a move here. That Williams is. Tsunoda set a fast lap of the Grand Prix, and he's not even P1 on lap 1. That's mad. And he's sticking behind Lando, thankfully, though. So, oh! I thought he was gonna. I thought he hit him. And Vettel's lost another place. The hard tire maybe wasn't such a great idea. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I tried to be. Well, I tried to second guess the AI, and I guess wrong this time. Unlike in Austria, where they all went hard. And Leclerc runs wide. The Ferrari. Down the order, not too great for him. P5, and that's hardly really much of a run over though, to be honest, game. That was a bit over dramatic from the game messaging, I can't lie. Right, so Seb, we're going to have to suck it up and just ignore where he is in the race right now and just run our race. Like, you know, just do what he needs to do. Just keep the tyres in check. We're going a long way into this race. Meanwhile, with Lando, I'll focus on him. We're trying to break this DRS from Tsunoda if we can. Perez, I think Perez will probably overtake him on those softs, surely. Tsunoda's made a pass. He didn't... What? Tsunoda's not only not got overtaken by Perez on softs, he then went and overtook me. He overtook Lando. He took it personally that I was about to say he was going to get overtaken by Perez. This is unbelievable stuff. What a breakout moment of this season Tsunoda is having with Williams here. Unreal. He leads. We're going to come back in there a little bit. Come on, Lando. Come on. All right, Lando's back ahead. We've pushed on. We've re-overtaken Tsunoda. Just a DRS pass. Nothing really too flamboyant and fancy into turn 1. But now I really fancy trying to push away from him, but it's difficult. He's just sticking with us. He's going to annoy us. Right, let the tyres come back to him. Can we re-overtake him now, please? Oh, God, there's a massive train behind us. Oh, we're still neck and neck with Tsunoda. It's a drag race. There's so many cars bunched up, and now there's the fastest lap from Fernando Alonso as we are back into P1, but Perez is on the inside now on those softs. I need Perez to be there, to be honest, to give us a buffer for a driver on soft tyres. All right, let's push a little bit. Let's push away from these guys, just a tad, whilst Perez is there. Meanwhile, Vettel, he's keeping up with Ocon at least on these hards now. He's keeping up with these soft tyre runners. Perez might make a pass here, though. Perez might make a pass. We've both pushed on, and we're nearly going to break DRS from Tsunoda now. But Perez may well overtake us for the lead here. Here he comes. He's right up our gearbox. He pulls out to the left. Even though we've set the fast lap of the Grand Prix, Perez comes through for the overtake here. And we can't really do too much about that. I've got Lando on aggressive. Hopefully he'll fight him a little bit, but also we can stick behind him and re-overtake him with DRS on our own. Meanwhile, Tsunoda, 1 second back, so now he doesn't have DRS anymore, and now he's dropping back a little bit. Piastri going for the move. I'm kind of hoping that any of these hard tyre runners, Piastri's on hards as well. Okay. I was going to say Piastri could annoy Piastri, or Tsunoda could annoy Leclerc. To be honest, both of them could annoy all those soft runners. And meanwhile, Vettel re-overtakes Pierre Gasly, this is. So he got overtaken by Pierre, and he's going to re-overtake him, I think, on the exit there. Right, sit rep on lap 12. We're into first right now, and Perez is no longer right underneath our gearbox because he's being overtaken by Piastri on the hard tyres. Piastri coming back for a bit of redemption after crashing into someone at Spa. What's the tyre wear saying? So we're a little bit better on tyres than Perez. So that might be why we're doing better a little bit compared to Piastri. But now the hard tyres are coming into play a little bit. Maybe it's time to start pushing Vettel a bit more. Let's see what kind of pace he's got on these hards now. We've saved up a lot of tyre wear there. Probably we've got the most tyre on the entire grid. So let's see what Seb can do, pushing them a little bit more. Meanwhile, I'm very worried about Piastri here. I think he's going to go for an overtake, you know. What are we saying? We're not too far off the pit window. I think we can probably afford to push Lando a bit more and aggressive. But is Piastri going to make an overtake? Our former driver, Lando's former teammate. Oh, it's close, but I reckon we've got the defense here. But look at all of that going on. Tsunoda, Verstappen, Perez, all behind us. But we managed to keep into first place. We've got little... okay, pit window's open. Pit window's open on the next lap. Okay, that's calm. Meanwhile, Seb has overtaken Ocon. I've run him out of ERS, though, because he's made those overtakes. Meanwhile, Lando is fighting with Piastri. Hopefully, they'll just keep in check together. Pit window's open. Not yet the optimal lap, though. But let's go full attack now. Shred these tyres. Let's shred these tyres. Let's go deploy. And a bit. We'll keep a bit of fuel in there.
Stay close.
Meanwhile, Vettel sticks behind the Mercedes car to save the ERS. A lot of ERS saved there. Right. Let's go neutral. Aggressive, yeah, cool. Right, let's calm things down a little bit now. I reckon we can just stay behind Hamilton a little bit. Right, Lando's back into P1, as you can see on the left-hand side. Seb is past Hamilton, which is great. Really good stuff for him. Gonna pit now, I think. Yep. If he can. Can he pit now? No. Okay, great. Lovely. He's going to get overtaken here, probably, by Piastri. Ooh. Verstappen sets fast up at the Grand Prix. That's a little bit concerning, to be honest. But Lando, for now, staying ahead in P1. In terms of tyre wear, this is what we're saying. 65, 69, 68. Vettel, 73. So it's still got a lot of good tyres. Let's actually try and push away from Hamilton a little bit, if we can. And Lando's coming in this lap as he gets overtaken. We're going to come in. We're going to stick to the two-stop. We're going to stick to the aggressive two-stop. Lando is going to come in. Right. We're going different. I don't think any of the AI are doing a two-stop. I don't think they are. So we're going different. And Lando's now caught up behind some other cars. Hopefully make an overtake. Let's go push. And let's go... Yeah, we'll keep on attack. Let's get this overtake done. On the Sauber. We've got the Alfa Romeo. Pass ahead. Can we get the move done on the outside? Come on, double pass, double pass, double pass. Now. No. That literally did nothing. Hard tyres are keeping quite well, you know. I think they're keeping quite well. We've got good pace about us. Just need to maybe... I think we can push a little bit more with Seb, to be honest. I think we can push more. As Lando overtakes Magnussen, gets a double pass, I think, done there. Because he's done the Sauber. Now he does the Alfa Romeo Haas there. In towards Ascari. So he's up to P15 now. Just going to keep an eye on these tyre temps. Like we did in Spa, as soon as they get into yellow, I'm going to bring them down to standard. And that's basically... It seems like after the patch to avoid high-risk curbs aren't that great. It's all about just managing it on the fly with the temperatures, which I guess makes some sense. You know, a bit more realistic than just sticking one setting on and just it being overpowered. Vettel's up to P8, which is good. And we've got very good tyre wear still. We could definitely still push. We could actually push a bit more with Seb, but I want to make sure the temps don't go a bit too sky high. And we've got a lot of people in the pits. A lot of people in the pits. So lap 22, about halfway through this Grand Prix nearly. Seb's up to P5, Lando's P7, and they've all got one pit stop left. Seb and Lando. So right now, Seb's actually ahead in terms of the one stop v the two stop. But Lando is, what, like 9 seconds back? I reckon he catches him. Oh, you can catch him. Right, gonna calm things down with Seb in terms of the pushing because we're 59%. So just want to make sure we properly get to the pit window. All okay. But in terms of tyre wear, we're still better than these guys. So do we... I'm just going to follow the AI. I'm just going to push more, actually, because they're okay. They seem fine, so we may as well push. And Lando, pit window's open now for Sebastian Vettel. But we are catching Hamilton just up the road there in the Mercedes. So we'll be up to P6 soon with Lando in terms of how the map's looking. So that's the gap between our two drivers. We're catching Sainz, you know. We're actually catching the Ferrari. And we're still good on tyre wear, I think, compared to these guys. So Vettel's running a very solid race here, actually. Very quietly. Verstappen and Tsunoda just swap positions. Are they fighting? Yes, they are. Look at this. Tsunoda, former Red Bull driver, now in the Gulf Williams, having a go at Max bloody Verstappen, the P1, to the inside. Competitor spun. Oh! Who spun? Who spun? Is it Hamilton? No? Hamilton just got overtaken by Lando. That's what happened there. So Lando's now up to P6. Who spun then? Who spun? Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg spun. I'm not going to bother watching
Yellow
it.
flags will
But
be
Lando just overtook Hamilton, which is great. So, showing good pace. And now he's only 6 seconds back from Vettel. Right, Sainz is in. So, Vettel's up to P4. Still keeping with the leaders. We're just... Vettel's doing really well in terms of his pace. It's just the fact he started in P10 rather than, like, you know, up there. So that's the 11 seconds. They're still staying out, aren't they? Yeah, they're still out. I'll stay out with Vettel. I'll stay out. I'll stay out. Try and measure this. Also, Lando just got overtaken by Hamilton again. Or he's going to get it overtaken. Let's push now again. I've neglected Lando there a little bit. And he's been re-overtaken by a man on 49% hards. That's not on. Right. Still Max, Tsunoda, Piastri. Seb's there. Still about 11 to 12 seconds. So we're not really gaining now on the top three. And in terms of the gap to Lando's actually grown. Seb's actually built a gap to Lando on this one stop. Right, these guys are still... Okay, now Verstappen and Piastri are in. Tsunoda stays out. I'm going to stay out with Seb until we get to about 40 or 40% tyre wear, because that's what they were on. They were on like 38 or 35 in the case of Tsunoda. So we'll carry on. We'll carry on. What's the gap between our two drivers? 6 seconds. So they're not going to be fighting each other, so that's calm. That's fine. So we'll keep going till now. I think now maybe is a good time, or should we carry on for one more lap? I think we come in. I think we come in. We've done good work on this tyre. What did they come in on, though? What tyre are they on now? So Verstappen's on softs. So he's on softs. Tsunoda's still not in, but I reckon he comes in now. Piastri, mediums. I reckon we go... I think we stick with mediums. Let's not go too aggressive with I think Max maybe wears out those softs. I think we just stick to the plan. Let's stick with mediums. Go to mediums. Pit on this lap. And we've got enough time there. So Seb should come in on this lap. I've called that in time. I think Tsunoda surely is coming in now as well. Yeah, Tsunoda's in. So that's going to leave Lando leading the race by 4 seconds. But he's going to come in again. But I'm confident. I think this guy's got the pace. We just need to push this stint. All right, Seb's in and he's out. And he's out in P12, unfortunately. But he's on fresh mediums. And a lot of these guys are on quite worn out hard tyres. Time to go to work. Time to go to work. Right. Verstappen set a fast lap of the Grand Prix. Tsunoda's also going pretty quick. Tsunoda... Oh, okay. They swapped fastest laps, basically. But there's Lando. We've been caught up. But we've got another stop left. Let's go pushing a little bit on the fuel, ERS. Even the tyres, because the pit window's open now. So we can make this work, I think. Even if we don't come back through, I think it's just a bit of fun, you know, as well. Doing a 2-stop. We've got the points in terms of the championship. With Seb, I'm a little bit... I don't know. I want him to get all these positions. Like, all these next 3-4 cars, I want him to get them. Come on. We've got Russell. So up to P11. Come on, let's get Leclerc, Sainz, Albon. All 3 of those cars should be overtakeable. And then also Piastri and Alonso. Maybe. I mean, they're not too far down the road. Right, Vettel is up to P10 because someone pit. I think it was Hamilton who's pit. Lando's still staying in P1 right now, but Verstappen is right there. But we're going to give it one more lap, I think. One more lap on the on these tyres as we really push the fuel there, though. Right, Lando's in for the soft tyres. We're going to come out in P11. Okay, 15 laps to go. Soft tyres. It's time to push like a stabbed rat. And we can also push with Vettel because that tyre wear is over the trajectory we need to make right now. Let's go to deploy. Get past that Ferrari. We've already got past one. Seb making a double pass on the Ferraris. Lovely. We like to see that. We like to see that. With Lando, I'll just keep neutral, battle assist, balance fuel because he needs to save that fuel. We'll go pushing. And Seb makes the pass on Albon as well. 3 overtakes in 1 lap for Sebastian Vettel. Very good stuff, Seb. Up to P6. Let's carry on. All right, we've got the gap to Albon, so I've calmed things down. We're 2 seconds ahead of Albon, and we're now underneath Alonso. Oh, Seb goes for the move on the inside of Fernando Alonso. Great move, Seb. Great move. Love your work. Love your work, Sebastian. Love that. Very nice move. Very nice. His confidence must be sky. Oh, it's at the peak. It's peak Sebastian Vettel. That's what we've got today. Peak Sebastian Vettel. Lando overtakes George Russell. I think he's fast up the Grand Prix as well. So he's starting to climb up the order. Whether it's going to be P1, 10 laps to go. What's the gap? 21 seconds. Okay, I don't think we're going to win this race. I think we may be throwing away the win by doing a 2-stop with Lando. But I wanted to have some fun. I wanted to have some fun, you know. See what he can do. And Vettel, I think Vettel just overtook Perez. Yes, he has. Sainz runs wide. So Seb is now, I wasn't lying. He's actually caught up to Perez and Piastri. This is unreal pace from Sebastian. Look at this. What's going on with Seb? He's an absolute machine. He's got negative tyre wear. This is incredible. Meanwhile, Lando, he pit after him, and he's got the same tyre wear. The softs are rubbish. I maybe could have guessed that, but the softs are not great around here. And Lando's still got a lot of overtaking to do. I think we've... I didn't do this on purpose, but we've somehow managed to get Vettel ahead of Lando in this race. Ahead of the man on pole position. Mad. But to be fair, he's just driving insane. Look at his last stint. Look at the pace he's got. And the tyre wear there. It's mad. That's mad. He's going for the move. DRS pass on Piastri. Come on, Seb. Come on. He's up to a podium. He's up to a podium from P10. This is the best Sebastian Vettel you've ever seen. Oh my God, Seb's up to P2. I missed the overtake. I was too busy watching Lando, what I was doing to him. Seb's up to P2. Oh my God. What's happened? What's happened? How have we actually managed? There was an 11-second gap to these guys, to these leaders, and they've dropped off a cliff. Verstappen's still got the 12-second gap, but Piastri, Tsunoda, Perez, all of them lot, they were with Verstappen. They were literally on his rear wing. Tsunoda was leading and battling Max for the lead of this race, and they've all dropped off a cliff. They've dropped off a cliff. And Vettel is doing God's work. Meanwhile, Lando's up to P7. He's making slow but decent progress. And now the temps are in a good range where we can push again. All right, Lando just overtook Alonso. One more overtake there. Good stuff on the outside. Back up to P6. 3 laps to go. Seb is battling Piastri. He's sticking with him. Piastri is, but Vettel's re-overtaken him. And we've got tyre wear just to push to the end. We've got good tyre wear. We do. We're actually we're gaining on Verstappen a little bit because his soft tyres are so worn out. Final lap of the race. Seb trying to keep this P2 from Oscar Piastri. Let's go deploy on the battle assist there and push right to the end. We've saved fuel. Let's push with Lando as well. We're good for fuel, but unfortunately, he is stuck here in a battle with Fernando Alonso. Alonso's thwarted us. He's just been stuck in that battle. And to be honest, you know, yeah, I mean, the 2-stop was there. Like, it was one of the computer-generated strategies, but clearly just not the way to go. But the fact we've got back to P6 is pretty good. Oh, crash on the last lap. A crash on the last lap. Who is it? It's Carlos Sainz and a Mercedes on the last lap. It's a real, it's heartache for the Tifosi. It is heartache for the Tifosi. And it's going to be a win for Max Verstappen, but no one cares about that. This is the story of the day. Sebastian bloody Vettel is going to get P2 from P10 to the podium. He was P13 or 14, wasn't it, at one point in this race? What did I say at the start of the race? Just keep our head down, stick to the game plan, and it'll pay out. It'll pay out. And it's going to pay out for Sebastian Vettel through the final corners. There's a time penalty for Georgie boy. But we are going to come through for P2. It's Seb back on the podium. Back on the podium. Come on, Sebastian. Come on. Come on. Great stuff. Lando pushes away from Fernando Alonso and will cross the line. We're just both cars are going to park up for the fuel. That's amazing. Both of them are parked up like that in formation. Oh, we did throw the race away a little bit with Lando. I thought he would have had more pace on the 2-stop, but that soft tyre at the end was just really, really rubbish. Which is why people like, people like Tsunoda fell away. But honestly, I can't even take credit. It's all Seb. I don't know what happened that race. That medium tyre, he was cooking. It was like Lando in real life in Mexico. Like, the mediums, tyre wear was a myth. And the pace was amazing. Incredible. He's happy with that one, and he should be. What a recovery drive. What a... If Seb had qualified, even on the second row, he could have won this race. And that's the annoying thing. That's the annoying thing. He didn't deliver in quali. He could have won this race with that kind of pace. But it's a podium. It's a podium nonetheless. Seb... You got to celebrate every podium we get with Seb, because, you know, he's come out of retirement. You know, he shouldn't be here, but he is. And it's a podium. Come on. Lovely stuff. So in the Drivers' Championship, well, Vettel closes in a little bit on Lando Norris. Verstappen even more so, 133. So it's getting a little bit close and frosty there. But constructors-wise, yeah, Red Bull gained 40 points on us. We do 27, but we've got that buffer. We've got that margin. And we've got upgrades on the way, of course. Front wing and rear wing on the way. So that'll be something to look forward to. We can make sure we are not going to lose either championship, basically. But it's still a fun race. Great day in the office for Seb. Lando, not so much. But now we've learned, let's just not try and even try 2 stops. It's just 1 stop. Unfortunately, like in real life in F1, it is just all about the 1 stop most of the time. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.